You're very welcome to Clonmel here for the county intermediate football final. Two traditional powerhouses of Tipperary football up against each other in this one. I'm Stephen Gleeson and Enda O'Sullivan is alongside me for this, and we're looking out at a beautiful pitch here, a great atmosphere brewing here in Clonmel. Enda, Grangemockler, Ballyneale up against Rockwell Rovers. The scene is set here.
Absolutely, because as you said yourself, two of the powerhouses of Tip football, and they'll both be anxious to get back up senior where they both feel they'll belong. It's going to be a clash of interesting styles. I think you have the swashbuckling, young, uninhibited, free-flowing Grangemockler who won't be afraid to attack at pace, up against the more experienced and physical Rockwell Rovers. So it's going to be an interesting clash of styles. It's hard to call it. Both teams had great wins in the semi-finals. Both won comfortably, and both will really fancy their chances. I don't think there's much between the two sides.
And then just to go through the starting lineups here, I'll just call out the two teams. It's Grangemockler, Ballyneale up first, and their starting team on the matchday programme is David Power in goals, Ian Bresh at 2, Jack O'Hanlon full back, and then James Daly, the half back line, Leon Kennedy, Conor Hahasey and Dara Shelley. The midfield pairing is Colin O'Shea and Thomas Deneen. Sean Daly wears number 10, John Lyons 11 and Mark O'Mara 12. Tom Brett at corner forward, Ben Comerford at 14 and Mickey Lyons in at the other corner forward. The subs then: Andrew Bulger 16, Joey Lyons 17, Enda Fogarty 18, Keane O'Shea is 19, Manus McFadden is number 20, Michael Marr 21, Jack Lyons 22, Thomas Parley is 23 and Dennis Hanrahan is 24. And I believe there's a couple of changes in the Grangemockler setup. You've got info of that.
I certainly do. Number 17, Joey Lyons, is going to start at wing forward instead of number 10, Sean Daly. And it's expected that Joey will actually go to midfield with Tomas Deneen taking his place on the wing. And in corner forward, Manus McMahon, wearing number 20, is expected to start ahead of number 13, Tom Brett. Manus is a top-class forward. He scored 1-2 against Feathert in the last game in the semi-final and tormented the Feathert backs right throughout the game, was one of their most clinical forwards. So I think everybody coming here today expected Manus to start.
Right stuff. And just to go through the Rockwell starting team ahead of this one, Michael O'Donnell is in goals, the full back line, Conor O'Neill, Robert O'Donnell and Paul Halley, the half back line, Liam Lonergan, Liam Fahy is at centre back and Owen Sheedy at 7. The midfield pairing is Aidan Barron, who captains the team at 8, and Owen Shine at 9. The half forward line, Patrick Halley, Alan Maloney and Kevin Cleary. And the starting full forward line, Gavin Ryan at 13, Owen Byrne full forward, TJ Ryan at 15. Their subs then: Adam Gallagher is the sub-keeper, Patrick Keating wears 17, Dermot English 18, Willie Flynn 19, Mikey Barron number 20, Fergus English is 21, Stephen Mason 22, Dermot Lonergan 23 and Finbar English is 24 and completes their matchday programme lineup. And they'll really look to the real strong players, Liam Fahy at 6, Alan Maloney at 7, and there may be a couple of changes there too.
Well, there's not changes to the starting 15, but instead jerseys have gone missing out of the Rockwell set. So number 5, Liam Lonergan, is actually going to be wearing number 25 today. And number 10, the number 10 jersey has also gone missing, and that's going to be worn by number 30 is going to be worn by Patrick Halley instead of number 10. But the team lines out as selected in the matchday programme. A very strong setup. We've the centre back, Liam Fahy, is a first cousin of Alan Rocky Maloney. The two of them are the bedrock on the Rockwell Rovers team. It's a very experienced side, as I said earlier, up against the young Grangemockler team, full of minors from this year and last year. So it's inexperience against experience, young flamboyant players up against experienced Rockwell Rovers. An interesting clash.
And both teams just getting ready, a few last minute drills for Rockwell Rovers, and Grangemockler just taking the field and into their positions, and the referee just getting ready there with the two linesmen as well. So there's a strong enough breeze here, and it's blowing from right to left, so it may have a bearing on a long kick up in the sky as well. Really, that could have some bearing on it.
Absolutely, and I see today's referee is actually Philip Kelly from the Ballyneale Club in North Tipperary. Philip will probably be more noticed as a hurling referee, but he has a great love of football and has been involved with development squads and that with Tipperary football. So football, he's no stranger to football. He's a very good ref, and I think he should have a good game today. The wind, as you said, is blowing from the town end up towards the far end of the goals. Rockwell are playing against the wind in the first half. Grangemockler have it, and that will aid their running game. Grangemockler like to collect the ball deep and attack quickly, and I think with the wind at their backs, that will aid them in the first half.
Okay, so we're getting ready to go here. Ref just having a look that everyone is ready, and the midfield pairings just assume their position, and good atmosphere here, and it means so much to win a county final, and both clubs well up for this one here as we're about to get underway here, and the referee just checking his watch there, and then we're going to be underway here. A breeze and a sunny day for football, and here we go. 2020, the county final is underway, and straight away Rockwell Rovers win that ball in the middle of the field and laid off there to Fahy. Fahy now just holds it up there, and Rockwell just playing that ball around their midfield area at the moment. 3-4 players in there, and now they've worked it in as far as Halley into the corner now, straight in on top of the corner forward. It's gathered there now. TJ Ryan turns his man, and off he goes as TJ Ryan on the attack here, lays this one across, and straight away it's in the back of the net. Straight away Rockwell Rovers get things going.
Oh, brilliant start for Rockwell Rovers. TJ Ryan, he won an All-Ireland medal 9 years ago yesterday for the Tipperary minor footballers. He's used all his experience to gather possession, go in along the end line and fisted the ball across to Owen Byrne. Owen Byrne known for his lightning pace, but he was quick thinking there to fist the ball to the back of the net. It's the ideal start for Rockwell Rovers.
Fantastic stuff, and straight down, and the mark is called there by Leon Kennedy from the kick out there. So ready to go again. This one now, the first attack for Grangemockler. Here we go, and the ball in on top of their full forward line, and tripped up in there is Manus McFadden, and he's won himself a scoreable free just at the edge of the D here, so it should be one that John Lyons will steady himself for, and you'll hope for them that they'll get off the mark for this one.
Well, Manus McFadden is starting off from where he left off against Featherd. He was fouled 4 times in the opening 10 minutes, 3 of which were pointed from the place kicker. John Lyons is going to take this one now about 30 yards out, just on the edge of the D, steadying himself up. He's going to hit it off his right foot. This will be the perfect response for Grangemockler if it goes over. It looks good. Yeah, that's gone over.
Lovely score, and it's 1 point for Grangemockler Ballyneale. That goal for Rockwell Rovers, that early goal, just really setting the tone here in this game, and straight away we're ready to go again here. Kick out taken now out towards the half back line there, but it's gathered out there by Kevin Cleary. Cleary now just holds up the ball. 2 Grangemockler Ballyneale players in on him, and it is going to be a free, taken fast now, kicked out a bit further out the field, and it's just ran through there as far as Owen Sheedy gathers it now at the opposite side, at the hospital side here, and they've run that ball, and away they go here. It's Rockwell coming on the attack here through the half forward at the moment. Cleary coming through now, played back into the middle and gathered again. Still Rockwell Rovers coming on the attack here. Owen Byrne this time now gathering that ball, working it into a scoring position with the left boot here, kicks all the way in across the goals, but it's out to the right of the upright, and it has gone wide, so one end to the other.
I think one of the things I said before the game was Grangemockler are a very young side. About 7 or 8 of their players were minor either this year or last year, whereas Rockwell are a lot older, more experienced, and physically Rockwell are a lot more powerfully built, and you can see that in the early stages. They're getting the ball and they're able to drive through the tackles, and this is going to be an issue for Grangemockler. Grangemockler, when in possession during this game, they can't afford to get the ball into the tackle.
Here we go. Maloney sends this one in around the house into the 21. Ball being gathered in there by the full forward, goes to gather it there. Owen Byrne, 2 of them on him at the moment, and he's been dispossessed in there by the full back, and Jack O'Hanlon works it back out now. Grangemockler Ballyneale playing that ball in the full back line and try to work it out of danger here, and they've done so brilliantly. Out to Dara Shelley. Out here we go again now up the field. Mark O'Mara Mark O'Mara holds that up on his own half-back line. Played into the middle now, and it's still Grangemockler Ballyneale in possession here as Patrick Keating sends this ball straight in now, in on top of the full forward line, but first touch just let the forward down, and it is Rockwell Rovers who come away with it now and can rebuild an attack here out as far as Kevin Cleary now as they work it out towards the middle of the field. Out now, Gavin Ryan in possession, played it back into the middle, and Rockwell just gathering that ball and fisting it out. Liam Lonergan worked it in there as far as Liam Fahy, of course, plenty of Tipperary football experience, and probably their best known player as this ball is worked up the field here, but it's a block down there, a great block on Kevin Cleary, but Rockwell gather it back and Cleary lays this one in as far as TJ Ryan comes in now, says this is in around the house, dangerous ball in there in the Grangemockler defence. It's gathered in there by Maloney comes across, but it's easy for the goalie and he works it out the field here, and away come Grangemockler now, straight out the field into the middle of the D as they just try and work that ball out of the fence, taking them a bit of time to settle into this game. They are looking to get into a rhythm here. Thomas Deneen sends it in long all the way in, but again the more experienced Rockwell in there and have time and room to hold up that ball now and build another attack here as they just funnel the ball in around their half back line. Good challenge comes in there now from Manus McFadden, and they've worked it out as far as Leon Kennedy. Grangemockler Ballyneale coming on the attack, this one into the corner. Lyons coming in here now, away he goes, still coming through here. Mikey Lyons feeds this ball into the middle, but there's no one there, and Rockwell gather it again and once more build on this and work it out now through Kevin Cleary. Out the field they come here as they just work it out to Fahy and back in the middle, and again they're just steady in possession and taking their time holding that ball up. Gavin Ryan coming to gather that one, does so now on his half back line and just funnels it back in the middle. They have a lot of players just on their half back line at the moment and they're all looking for the ball all the time here. Owen Byrne, lively start to this county final. This ball fed in now, long one in as far as Maloney, and Maloney calls the mark in there, and just outside the 21, a very scoreable one for Maloney, well able to kick points. We've seen him do it above in Drogheda with the tip footballers in the league. Here we go, this one sent in, all the way in and all the way over the bar. Excellent kick by the centre forward and the former tip star.
Absolutely, and you mentioned Drogheda earlier this year. With about 5 minutes to play that day, David Power introduced Maloney. Tip were in big trouble. Maloney came on, he kicked 2 points, and Brian Fox started over the winner. That's just what Maloney brings to the team, and he's brought it here now for Rockwell early on in this game and kicked a lovely point there from the mark.
So here we go, getting ready to work this one out. Power sends it out the field now, breaking on the 65 over there, and it is Ben Comerford holding that ball up now, just trying to retrieve it and build something here with it as they funnel it in. It's Grangemockler coming on the attack here, and they've worked it in out to a scoreable position in there, and it's all the way funneled in along. It's still Grangemockler, loads of defenders in there though, and it's well read in there, and Fahy comes away with it and he's won himself a free, and really Rockwell just sat back and waited for a loose ball.
Absolutely, they used all their experience there, allowed the quick ball come in from Grangemockler, but they quickly smothered the full forward Manus McFadden and were able to win possession back. That's using your experience, which Rockwell have. They've loads of it compared to Grangemockler.
Now this ball funneled down the far side of the field here. Its own shine in possession as they work that ball in there, but Grangemockler Ballyneale gather it now on their half back line and they've worked it out the field now. Dara Shelley has it now, great grandson of Jerry Shelley that played football on Bloody Sunday as they come on the attack here, but this one just breaks down and it is Rockwell Rovers who gather it again there. Owen Byrne now and fed out to him as he just holds that ball up there on his own half back line. Owen Byrne, away he goes, bit of a sprint out of him up to the other 65, just loses his footing out there though at the moment, and once more the defence reigns in this game. It's been defences so far, just doing well for the last few minutes here, but it is Grangemockler Ballyneale coming on the attack down the far flank now at the moment here. They're working it in towards McFadden, who's very impressive in this game so far, but again their attack breaks down and it is still Rockwell Rovers here who come away with this one, and they still work it out 1-1 to a point they lead here, but it's well won back in the middle of the field. Non-stop action here as Grangemockler Ballyneale come on the attack here. Tomas Deneen fed back into the middle now in as far as Joey Lyons holding that ball up, feeds it on again. A shot coming in from long range from Mark O'Mara, and Mark O'Mara slats it over the bar. A sweet kick and they'll be delighted with that.
An inspirational score from Mark O'Mara. Great work from Joey Lyons in the build-up. Grangemockler, you can see, are sitting deep and they're playing ball up into maybe a two-man full forward at times, and they're up against 9 men. But that was a brilliant score.
This one fed out in the middle of the field, and once again they've turned over the kick out. They're coming in the attack here. It's the corner forward, Mikey Lyons, coming in. Mikey Lyons holds that ball up, shakes off his marker. Still Mikey Lyons, he's bursting through the middle, feeds this ball on. Shot comes in, a brilliant save in there. A brilliant save by Michael O'Donnell, who just got down low and read the forward's intention, and play is just going to be held up here. Rockwell have a player just down injured, receiving a bit of treatment. What a goal chance there.
That was a brilliant goal chance, well worked by the forward. He tore straight at the Rockwell defence. They weren't comfortable with him running at it. Sold a lovely dummy. Probably should have shot himself, but elected to pass to, I think it was Mandis McFadden. His shot was brilliantly blocked by the goalkeeper, and we have an injury now to the number 2, Conor O'Neill of Rockwell Rovers. Philip Kelly is calling for a temporary substitute, but by all means Grangemockler are well in this game.
So player is up and moving about, just has to go off for a second here, and temporary substitution being made here, and on the field comes Diarmuid English now. So Diarmuid English on there, and that change is made and will be ready to go again there as the ref just gets ready and has a look there to make sure everything is all right and that they're going strong here in this one. So ready to go again here now, taken fast there. Rockwell in possession over the far side of the field. They've worked it out along here now, out towards their half back line as Fahy gathers that ball and lays it off and does well to evade a few challenges there. Still Rockwell, and they're working it out towards their own 65 here. They've got the ball out along as Barron comes with this one now and fed on again here. It's Rockwell who have burst the line here up as far as Owenshine as they work it into a scoreable position here. Aidan Barron, the captain, now lays off this ball to Alan Maloney. Alan Maloney coming through, and this one is over the far side of the field. Gavin Ryan on mark there. Now his marker has him, but Gavin Ryan coming through all the way, and he fires a shot, and a brilliant save once more in there. It deflects out for a 45, and really those Rockwell forwards are looking for goals.
They're looking for goals every time, and what a pass from Alan Maloney, using all of the experience to find Gavin Ryan. I think when the ball came in there might have been a whistle there and the Grangemockler defence stood up, but Gavin kept going, took the shot, and it was deflected out for a 45. They do look dangerous every time the ball goes in there.
So this one just going out here. Looks like Maloney is standing over this one, and Maloney of course with a serious kick of the ball here, and you'd expect that he'll be well able to funnel this one the direction he wants to push it, and that's over the bar here, but he's kicking it into a strong enough wind that is just swirling out there, and quite awkward really for a kicker in either direction here, but he's going to send it. He has a lot of power in his shot here, so it is Maloney. Here we go. This one sent all the way in, and it just curls out to the left of the post and goes out and wide. So still all to play for here. It is Rockwell Rovers 1 goal and 1 point. Grangemockler Ballyneale 2 points currently here in the Tip Intermediate County Football Final, and we're all set to go here, and we welcome Tip FM listeners over our coverage with thanks to Borstal Gate Dental Practice in Emmett Street in Clonmel. This one out the field, 1-1 to 2 points. Rockwell with an early goal in this game. It's been all action here as Grangemockler Ballyneale win themselves a free out. Dara Shelley, the great grandson of Jerry Shelley, who played football on Bloody Sunday, wins that free. They've worked it in now just out towards the middle of the field here, out as far as Mark O'Mara. Mark O'Mara, long ball sent in, but again Rockwell quickest to react in there, and they gather the ball. Robert O'Donnell funnels it out to Fahy. Fahy now edge of the D, coming away with that ball as he goes out the field and works it over the far side, over at the hospital side here in Clonmel. This ball kicked in long now as far as Gavin Ryan. Gavin Ryan over on the 45 plays this ball in now as far as TJ Ryan. TJ Ryan takes on his man. He's sizing up for a kick here, sends it high all the way in. It's just off target and it's going to bounce here. Maloney sprinting out to get there, does really well, gathers that ball first time. Maloney feeds it back inside in as far as TJ Ryan. TJ Ryan with a second chance and makes no mistake at the second time of asking. Fantastic score. It's Rockwell Rovers 1-2 Grangemockler, Ballyneale, 2 points.
Yeah, that was great work in the build-up from the brothers, Gavin to TJ. The ball eventually broke to Alan Maloney and he fed it TJ Ryan, who kicked a wonderful score off his left. A fantastic score. It keeps the gap open now to a goal, just what Rockwell wanted.
So 1-2 to 2 points here in Clonmel in the County Intermediate Football Final. Our coverage on Tip FM with thanks to Borstal Gate Dental Practice, Emmett Street in Clonmel. And we're ready here for the kick out from Grangemockler Ballyneale, wearing the famed white and green jerseys that Tip wore 100 years ago. And it is going to be a free out over the far side of the field there, just at the old stand side here, be at the hospital side in Clonmel, the road side as well, of course. And it's taken quickly now. Dara Shelley in possession, works it out the far side of the field now. It's Grangemockler Ballyneale working it up along the sideline over at the hospital side here. Funneled in the middle in as far as Colin O'Shea. Nice angle ball all the way into the corner forward. Mickey Lyons is over there, gathers that ball. He's lively, plays it in again here, but the pass just went astray and it's worked out again. And away come Rockwell Rovers with Liam Fahy sprinting up the field here, past the 45, up to the 65, still going, lays it off now. Owen Byrne takes it the rest of the way, up past the 45, heading for the 21. Owen Byrne gets ready, kicks this one, but just was off balance as he slotted it in. It's still in the sky. Now the ball breaking in there, and it breaks nicely for Grangemockler Ballyneale. Still 1-2 to 2 points here early in this game here, as Grangemockler Ballyneale funneled this ball out along. Loose one there, but well held on to by Jack O'Hanlon, who just took the pass. And another free here, and time to settle, and the ref tells him to slow down, take your time to take this kick. The ball has been kicked, but it looks like Rockwell have a player just down on the deck receiving a bit of treatment at the moment, and the linesman has his flag up, so we'll be just held up here for a couple of seconds. Currently 1-2 to 2 points. What a start here. It's just action non-stop.
Yeah, it's real end to end. It's a fantastic game of football. Grangemockler had a half a goal chance there a few minutes ago when Mickey Lyons was in possession right in towards the goal, but I think he rushed his pass, went straight to a Rockwell player, and the ball went straight down the field. It's real end to end. I think the supporters who did manage to get in today are really enjoying this. And just on the Rockwell team, Conor O'Neill, who went off with a blood sub, is back on now, and he's wearing, I think it's 32 he's wearing.
So he's back on the field, and Paul Halley is up and moving about again, just after receiving a bit of treatment there from Cathy Doran, the physio, with him. And it's going to be a Grangemockler Ballyneale free when play resumes here. We're here in the stand in Clonmel, County Intermediate Football Final, 1-2 to 2 points currently in this game. 16 minutes gone in this one here, as Grangemockler come on the attack here through the midfielder Thomas Deneen, as this ball is just fed in and it's loose, and again Rockwell are there, and it is Fahy at centre back who controls the ball and lays it off to a teammate who is Aidan Barron, the captain now. They're funneling that ball, working it in the middle any way they can here. Patrick Halley in possession. Patrick Halley funnels it in as far as Alan Maloney. Maloney, nice kick straight in, but it's straight in to the full back for Grangemockler, and that is Jack O'Hanlon, who comes out, and the white and green come away with this ball and work it to try and build another attack over the far side of the field. It's worked up now as far as the half back line. Manus McFadden, and this ball just funneled on again here up to Mark O'Mara. Mark O'Mara now sent long in, all the way in as far as the corner forward. Mikey Lyons has it again, plays it back, and just back to a Rockwell player. And Rockwell, with their experience, just live and breathe. They just get the players back, and you can't afford to make a mistake when you get into that position.
No, you can't. I think both players were deceived by the pass, but it was Mikey Lyons read it better. But again, his pass was just intercepted. It's that final pass. If Grangemockler can get that right, they will cut Rockwell Rovers open.
So funneled out the field here now, over as far as the attack here, and they're coming on the go here at the moment. Liam Lonergan has it. Liam Lonergan holds on to that ball, working it in now. Player inside him here, feeds it into TJ Ryan. TJ holding it up, three of them around him, does well, just bit of experience, calms it down, keeps the ball. Played on again here, still Rockwell coming to try and break that 45. They've gone by it now, heading for the 21. Rockwell coming on the attack here all the time. Patrick Halley in possession, feeds it back outside him. Fahy is there and just telling players to calm down, gathers the ball. Liam Fahy now with this one. Nice angle ball sent in, looking for Ryan in there, and it is Gavin Ryan. Gavin Ryan in the middle of the D now, trying to shake off his marker to have a goal. Lays it off as far as Maloney. Maloney takes out the far side on the left, kicks it in, all the way in, but this one tails out to the right of the post and wide. Great pressure. The Grangemockler support here, delighted with their defence and the pressure they put Maloney under.
Absolutely, you would have put your house on Maloney there, but the Grangemockler backs put him under serious pressure and didn't allow him a clean kick on goals, and ended up rushing the shot, kicking it wide as we have the water break here in Clonmel. I think one of the big differences between the sides is Rockwell are very good at keeping possession and calming things down when they need to, whereas Grangemockler are going gung-ho the whole time and getting the ball up the field, and sometimes it's not always the right ball, or when it is, it's rushed, and I think their final pass at times has let them down. If they can get that right, they will cut Rockwell open, as I've said earlier on. But a very entertaining game here in Clonmel. Neutrals, the few neutrals who are here and the few supporters who did manage to get in are really enjoying this encounter. So far there's a goal between them, but really there is nothing between the two teams.
Just that early goal, really, Grangemockler probably have a lot of young players there that played minor in the last while, and they just went straight away for the juggler, get a goal, and they look for another goal there as well. And Grangemockler, just when they attack and went looking for goals, just thwarted down there as well.
Absolutely, and even in the semi-final against Moyle Rovers, Rockwell Rovers did the same thing. In the first, they got their first goal 2 minutes in the game, which rocked Moyle Rovers in the semi-final. They've done the same here. It was an early goal that maybe Grangemockler needed themselves to settle down their young players, but it was Rockwell went for it once again in the final. They got it in the opening minute, and it was a brilliant start for them. Settled whatever nerves they have, and but to be fair, Grangemockler haven't panicked. They've kicked 2 good points since then. They've had chances as well to get goals and points, which they didn't quite take, but it hasn't rocked them the same way it did Moyle Rovers in the semi-final.
Yeah, so they're back out on the field now and ready to go here, just after a word from their manager in there, Paul Cahill, and selector there with Grangemockler, Willie Wallace. Was talking to him last weekend, and confident, but really just ensuring that they perform on the day was the key, according to him. And Rockwell, for their part, are just out in the field here again. All their subs are just out at the sideline there, being as close to the action as they can be and cheering on players down there as their attackers are at that side. This kick out restarts it here, out here as far as Dara Shelley. Dara Shelley holds on to that ball, works it up to the 65. It's Shelley now having a look to see what's on. Couple of runners looking for it just off him, ups to kick long all the way in, looking for the full forward line in there, but it is Robert O'Donnell, the full back, who gathers it for Rockwell in there, and away they come through. Fahy now at centre back, holding that ball up, steadying the ship here, toe to hand and bounces it, works it on a few yards in front of him now, over to Byrne. Byrne holds that ball up now, always out around the middle of the field, and has a bit of pace about him when he gets it. Byrne still now in possession, gets ready, toe to hand with this one, kicks a long ball in around the house, dangerous one in there, a couple of corner forwards lurking, and it's caught and fed in as far as TJ Ryan. Oh, he had the goals at his mercy, and it is going to be a free out just in there, but he had the goals there and just kicked it over the bar, but the ref is calling it back, free out.
Yeah, he spotted a push there once the initial high ball went in, but that high ball has caused Grangemockler a few problems. Maybe Rockwell, if they keep persisting with that, maybe put Adam Maloney in full forward at some stage, they could see benefit from high balls going in there.
Quick ball worked out the field, and away comes McFadden now. McFadden feeds this one in on top of the danger man in there. Mikey Lyons now plays this one on, and just again player down on the deck, so it is going to be a card in there for the Blues, and it's Liam Fahy that looks like he's been spoken to there, but again Mickey Lyons is getting into the right position all the time. He's always looking for a ball. A half forward would love to see him in there, but just the final pass has let him down there.
The final pass has let him down there a few times, but they are creating trouble, and I suppose they only need one ball to go right. Liam Fahy got a yellow card there, but they only need one of those passes to go right, and they're in on goal. They've been creating them throughout the first quarter of the game. Eventually it will come right and they will get their chance.
And John Lyons stands over this one, and that wind feels like it's coming in right towards us here in the stand, so it's kind of a difficult angle for either free taker really, but it is going to be Grangemockler's free taker that has it at the moment. John Lyons standing over this one, brings it in as far as the edge of the D and slots it over the bar nicely, just worked it into a scoreable position with his 2 or 3 steps. And that's a lovely point, and that'll really settle them now. They're on 3 points. Rockwell 1-2.
Absolutely. It's what the game needed, what Grangemockler needed, is reduce the gap to 2, keeps them in touch with Rockwell Rovers, and dispels any nerves they may have.
Long high kick out, broken out there by Gavin Ryan, and they've worked it back now as far as Barron in the middle of the field. Barron works it up the field and away they go. Owen Byrne on the attack, past the 45, heading for the 21. It's Owen Byrne coming in here now. Owen Byrne working it into a scoreable one. Oh, it's low and has a bit of power. That's over the crossbar. He was half thinking about a goal, but happy enough with the point.
I think he was fully thinking about the goal there, but he just kicked it too high. He's on fire in this game. He got the goal inside the opening minute. Could have had a second there, but that's a point. It extends the gap back out to 3. Keeps Grangemockler at a distance from Rockwell at the moment. But if he can get more ball into Byrne, he is doing damage in there.
1-3 to 3 points here. Grangemockler playing slightly with the aid of the wind that's blowing up towards the corner flag here at our stand side here in Clonmel. Strong enough breeze, and it is in their favour somewhat in this first half, but it's not blown directly towards the goal. They've worked that ball out past the 65 over the far side of the field. It's Grangemockler Ballyneale coming on the attack here now, and this one just funneled inside. It's still on the attack here, fed back to Lyons holding it up. Fahy challenging him out there. They've still got the ball out there and just trying to work it into a scoring player here into the middle of the field here now. This shot coming in, Mikey Barrett, and all the way in from Manus McFadden. This guy is a name we're hearing a lot about, and Mark O'Mara too.
Yeah, Manus McFadden got 1-2 in the semi-final, caused Feathered all sorts of trouble. And Mark O'Mara, he was on the county under-20 team this year. He made the incisive run down the far wing initially, which caused Rockwell all sorts of trouble. It was a more patient build-up from Grangemockler this time, and I think that's what they need, a bit more patience. Out the far side of the field again here now. They've worked it back into the middle in as far as Hahasy. He sends this one all the way in, and Conor Hahasy's kick there just caught with the wind and went the direction of the wind out to the right of the Rockwell goalkeeper down below. 2 hour left as we're looking at it here in the stand with the hospital opposite us here in Clonmel. 1-3 to 4 points currently. Great excitement here in Clonmel for this one, and we're ready to go again here. Long kick out towards the middle of the field, gathered now in the middle, and ball just breaks on the deck. Loads of players coming in to challenge, and Grangemockler just funnel it back there. Ian Brett just got the vital little touch to kick the ball to a teammate, and they've secured a free. Leon Kennedy takes it fast now, works it to Hassey, sent straight into the far side, into the corner now. Here we go. It is John Lyons in possession, and John Lyons has been overturned over there. It's going to be a Rockwell free out. That's disappointing when that happens. Yeah, he was inside. It was just 2 men inside 45 there for Grangemockler. When he won possession, he needed support. The Rockwell defence put him under pressure and forced him to overcarry. Great turnover there. It is Grangemockler coming on the attack here in Clonmel at the moment. They've worked that ball into Jack Hanlon. Works it in now as far as John Lyons. Grangemockler Ballyneale now at the edge of the D, trying to control something here. John Lyons lays this ball back as far as Colin O'Shea, and Colin O'Shea gets Grangemockler working on this ball here. It is now Grangemockler who are in the driving seat the last while. 5 points. Rockwell Rovers leading though, 1 goal and 3 points here. This is rip-roaring stuff. We welcome Tip FM listeners over to us at the moment. 1-3 for Rockwell, 5 points for Grangemockler. What a score there for Grangemockler. A brilliant score, and it all came from the fullback Jack O'Hanlon, who made a decisive run up through the centre, set up the attack, drew players and was able to lay off possession, and eventually the ball went over the bar. Ball gathered in there, and Barron has just won himself a free for Rockwell Rovers from that kick out. Alan Maloney, former Tip star, takes it fast now, back as far as Fahy at centre back for Rockwell Rovers, and takes on his man here. It's still Fahy holding up that ball at the moment, fists it back into the middle as far as Barron. Captain has the ball in there and works it out. Aidan Barron now feeds it on again here now to Owen Shine. Owen Shine coming through the middle, back again, still Rockwell in possession. 1-3 to 5 points here in the first half. It is Rockwell leading here, playing against a strong enough breeze as they kick this ball in now, in on top of the corner forward. TJ Ryan now, TJ Ryan holding that ball up, challenged hard and well challenged there from Grangemockler, and it is going to be a free in for TJ Ryan, and the cornerback there, James Daly of Grangemockler, will probably feel hard done by giving away a free there, which will be kicked in towards the town end here, shall we call it, in Clonmel. Well, TJ Ryan used all his experience there, firstly to win possession, then draw the tackle and win the free. Probably wasn't it probably was a soft enough free, but he used the experience to win that, and that's probably a big difference between the two sides, is Rockwell Rovers' experience compared to Grangemockler's youthfulness. So this one about to be kicked by County
footballer for many's the year here, Alan Maloney, and away he goes and slots this in and all the way in and over the bar. Nice score for Rockwell Rovers. It's 1-4 now for Rockwell. Grangemockler 5 points. Our coverage on Tip FM with thanks to Borstal Gate Dental Practice, Emmett Street in Clonmel, as we get ready for the kick out here. Rockwell are just keeping that point or two ahead all the time.
That was an important score for him. Grangemockler had a lot of possession and kicked a few points there in the last few minutes, and we're getting on top. That was an important score then for Rockwell, just to keep the gap between them.
Long high kick out here, ball breaks in the middle, and it is Rockwell who come away with it again. One out there by Kevin Cleary and fed into the corner, and it is going to be a sideline kick here, about 35 out from the goals. Taken fast, Kevin Cleary for Rockwell, sends it in the middle, Maloney in there, but so too is Mark O'Mara. Mark O'Mara wins that ball, and away come Grangemockler. Ballyneale up to the 65, kicked in on top of the full forward line. A great catch in there, and it is going to be a free in for Grangemockler. John Lyons was the player fouled. He's the man that'll take this free as well.
Great work from Mark O'Mara too to bring the ball out of defence. He played a lovely on ball up towards John Lyons, who won possession and won the free then subsequently, and now has a chance to close the gap.
So John Lyons of Grangemockler, Ballyneale, wearing the white and green jersey that Tip wore 100 years ago, getting ready to kick this one here over to our left as we're looking at it here. The hospital is at the opposite side from us here in Clonmel. He kicks this one all the way in and all the way over the bar. He's a serious free taker. That's a vital one.
He doesn't miss too many, I can tell you. A fine free taker. Reduce the gap now to 1. It keeps Grangemockler well in this tie. Rockwell
Rovers 1 goal and 4 points. Grangemockler, Ballyneale 6 points currently. We're getting ready for the kick out here, and this one sent out into the middle of the field. Ball breaks out there and it's gathered by the corner forward out there, and that is Gavin Ryan. Gavin Ryan funnels it into the middle into Alan Maloney. Maloney plays it on again here now. It's worked up towards Kevin Cleary. Kevin Cleary feeds it on again. Maloney coming through the middle now, heading for the 21. Here he goes. Still Maloney has a runner, lays it after Byrne. Oh yes, over the bar. But Byrne had the goals once more at his mercy. That full forward is causing serious havoc in their own Byrne. Tall and quick.
Well, he's on fire today. That's 1-2, I make it, he's scored so far. Set up again by the experienced Alan Maloney. A very clever ball into him, but he had a goal chance. He opted to kick it over the bar this time, but he could have gone for the juggler had he wanted.
So it's now 1-5 for Rockwell Rovers. Grangemockler 0-6, I should say here. So that's a 2-point lead for Rockwell as we get ready for this kick out here, and the bit of experience for Rockwell is really telling at the moment.
It is, yeah. They're patient with the ball out around the middle of the field until the chance creates itself. They're not rushing things. At times Grangemockler, I feel, are trying to rush the ball into the forward line, but maybe a bit more patience is what's called for.
Free here for Grangemockler, taken quickly here in now as far as Joey Lyons sends it straight into the corner forward here, and Mikey Lyons lays this one off now as far as Colin O'Shea. Colin O'Shea coming through, has a couple of players inside him, funnels it outside there, holding that ball up. They're trying to work it into a scoring position here. They've got it back now as far as Mark O'Mara. Mark O'Mara with this one slots it in, but it's out to the left of the post this time, and it has gone wide. And again, a bit of composure maybe needed on the ball. Well,
I felt they were actually showing a bit more composure in that they didn't rush the shot. They waited until the possession came or until the chance presented himself. But unfortunately for O'Mara, it just went wide.
So ready to go again here. It is the Rockwell goalie Michael O'Donnell who will kick this one just out on the 21. That breeze here has just picked up in the last 3-4 minutes here, and has just got a little bit stronger again here. Still 1-5 to 6 points out the far side of the field. Grangemockler win that ball, funnel it back now to Conor Hahasy. Hahasy over the far side there, down the line and away they come again on the attack now. This ball worked in now, in on top of the full forward line. It's gathered out there. Lyons has it, feeds it back out now as far as McFadden. McFadden works it again, and they've got it out now to Mark O'Mara. Mark O'Mara's having a go from the 45, slats it in and off the post and back into play here as the ball comes out near the sideline at the moment. Quickest to react is the corner forward, Mikey Lyons, does really well. Lays back now to Joey Lyons. Joey Lyons tries to work it in the middle somehow, and it's the midfielder Colin O'Shea coming through. Colin O'Shea, and Colin O'Shea is fouled. They've got a free in, and that is great pressure, and they did not give up.
No, they did not give up, and they did not panic in possession this time. They held on to the ball until the free drew the free, and this is a chance now for them just to narrow that gap to 1.
So John Lyons going to strike this one. It's an acute enough angle considering the strong breeze, because he's kicking this ball away from the direction the wind is blowing in to try and curl it in over the bar down to our left here. So if he scores this, it'll probably be the best of his frees in this game so far. 1-5 to 6 points coming up to half time. Grangemockler really need this point. It's kicked in and it hits the post and back into play now, and back in on top of the corner back Paul Halley, and away come Rockwell once more, working it out towards the half back line. And of course they have a couple of players just running and looking for that ball. Liam Fahy as ever waiting for the ball, gathers it and off he goes, and funneled out now to Barron in the middle of the field. The captain just holding it up, back to Maloney. 3 experienced players there, know what they're at. Sent long straight into the corner now, in on top of Gavin Ryan. Gavin Ryan sprinting over there, and the full back Jack O'Hanlon did well, just get his fist to the ball, knock it out for a 45, and dived and hit the deck at the same time. Did well to keep that ball away from the corner forward.
He did indeed, and again it was just a simple long ball in from Alan Maloney. There really shouldn't have been any danger there, but credit to Gavin Ryan, he put the back man under pressure and forced him to concede the 45, which gives Rockwell a chance then to extend their lead.
So getting ready for this one here. It's just funneled out, and it is Maloney, I would imagine, will kick this and over the far side of the field. It's actually going to be Owen Byrne who's going to have a go at this one. It's out maybe 2 metres in from the sideline at the hospital side in Clonmel here. So an acute enough angle, a difficult one to kick. So we'll see how he goes, and ready to go, slats it in, it's low, it's dropping in around the house, and it's Maloney who gathers. Maloney lays this ball back to Ryan, holds on to this ball, turns one way or the other, took a few steps there but laid it off quickly out as far as the corner forward, and this one is sent in, and Gavin Ryan has slotted it over the bar. They were very assured, worked it into the right player at the right time, and that kick is the half-time one here. So it is half-time here in Clonmel at the moment. 1-6 playing against 6 points really, and that just typifies it. They get an attack, a half attack, they hold on to the ball, 4 passes and over the bar. The other end, 3 passes maybe, and it breaks down.
Yeah, that was great work between the 2 brothers, Gavin and TJ. Great composure and a brilliant 45. He was right not to go for it from the position he was in. Played it in towards the full forward line, and eventually the Ryan brothers got it and stuck it over. A massive cheer went up. It's exactly what Rockwell Rovers needed going into the half-time break. It gives them a good boost. It opens the lead out to a goal, which they'll need going into the second half.
So 1-6 to 6 points here. We welcome Tip FM listeners over here at half time here. It is 1-6 to 6 points, and the wind is very strong, but it's not really favouring Grangemockler as much as blowing into the corner.
Yeah, it's picked up there in the last 5 minutes. It is blowing down more towards the corner flag than the goals. Whether it will favour Rockwell in the second half remains to be seen. They have a more patient build-up, but they have kicked long ball in the first half. The wind did actually hold the ball up nicely for it. In the second half, there's always a danger that the wind could catch the ball and drag it wide. So they will have to be very composed if they are kicking long ball in.
Is it fair to say that Alan Maloney and Fahy at centre back and Barron in the middle of the field are the difference, as well as Byrne as well?
Yeah, I would think so. It's down through the centre. I think Rockwell are winning this game so far. Liam Fahy is dominating the half-back line, and he's powering forward with ball at time. He's barring the captain there, plenty time to support him. They're when they get the ball around the middle of the field, they're not rushing anything. They're holding possession up until a chance creates itself, and then they boot it in. And inside then, Alan Maloney, he's working the oracle inside there. He's playing lovely passes all around the place. And Owen Byrne, a full forward, is on fire. He's got 1-2 so far. Beside him, the Ryan brothers, Gavin and TJ, have kicked some lovely points as well. So it's down to that centre. I think Rockwell are winning this game at the moment.
So it's 1-6 to 6 points here at half time. Rockwell Rovers in the lead. We're taking a quick break, and we'll be back with more soon. So we're ready to go here for the second half as both teams just line out in their respective positions, and Barron out there in the middle of the field waiting for the throw-in. Referee just getting ready to go here, and it's pretty much orthodox here. It's 3 in both full forward and half forward lines, and in the backs as well. So all go here, ball in and away we go, and straight away it's down to Barron. Kicks this one up now as far as Maloney gathers this ball, lays it off now, runner coming through, and it is Rockwell on the attack here as this ball is worked in as far as Gavin Ryan. Gavin with the shot, just kicks it in, gets his angles wrong though, and out to the right of the post and wide, and again, maybe just had time to turn there but didn't realise it.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to get the perfect start again to this half as they did in the first half. Unfortunately for Rockwell, the chance went wide, but they again went down through the centre. Al Maloney was key there in setting up the chance. Just a bit more, they could have done with the point there just to open the gap up to 4.
So here we go, keeper gets ready with this one, kicks it out here and out here, but it goes to Grangemockler. Wing back here as Kennedy funnels it into the middle. Leon Kennedy back in possession now, takes one from Jack O'Hanlon there, and O'Hanlon just holds on to that ball as they just work it between themselves for the moment. Back to Leon Kennedy now as they just try to funnel it out, and they've done so now successfully, out another 10 yards and rides the tackle here, and away goes Sean Daly now, holds on to that ball, does well and plays it on again. It's still Grangemockler who have worked it out with a lot of passes to get out to the 65 here, doing well, and away goes Sean Daly. Sean Daly now tears by Liam Fahey, still going strong here, kicks this one in all the way in, but it's into the goalie's hands, and away come Rockwell again now, out with this one, out as far as Gavin Ryan. Gavin Ryan funnels it out to the 45 now, all the way up the field here. Patrick Halley back to teammates and away to Barron now. Barron back now to Gavin Ryan. Gavin Ryan holding that ball up just on his own 65 at the moment, into Fahey now. Fahey in the middle now, has a bit of space in front of him, uses it as well. Off he goes, kicks a long range one all the way in, and this one sails in and out to the right of the goalie and just goes wide. He had a bit of room and just said, I'll have a go with the wind.
And sure, why not? He was well entitled to have a go there, and very unlucky not to put it over. That's Liam Fahey. The game has commenced here again. I think if Grangemockler to win this game, I think they're going to have to attack more down the wings. Rockwell are very strong through the centre. You can see here now they're coming down the wing and they're making hay as they go down the wing. They're better off going down the wings rather than the centre.
So worked in now, Marco Mara now holding on to that ball, bounces it toe to hand up near the 21. Still Marco Mara plays it in now as far as Sean Daly. They've worked it on again, still at the edge of the D, and they do well to hold on to that ball. Colin O'Shea has it, kicks it in, but bounces in front of the keeper, and away come Rockwell again. Michael O'Donnell out the field with this, funnels it out as they work it out as far as Fahey holds it up there and plays it on again, and it's out as far as Kevin Cleary now over the far side onto Byrne. Byrne moves it on again to the corner forward. Still Rockwell in possession out there as they would just work that ball through the ranks, and everyone just taking a pass and taking a touch there as they just try and build an attack into Fahey. Goes through the middle now from 165 off to the other, toe to hand and bounces, kicks a nice ball in on top of the corner forward. Ryan in there took a bit of a push, but Grangemockler get away with it and work that ball back out, and defence just supporting each other, doing well there as they get that ball over here as far as Leon Kennedy. Time and space now opening up for them, and away go Grangemockler out the field. 5-6 good passes, but they're just dispossessed in the middle of the field, but it is going to be a free for Grangemockler. Marco Mara takes this one fast for a push, and they've funneled it on now. Thomas Deneen coming through, heading for the D. Thomas Deneen now into a scoreable position, has a runner if he can see him, and does, and they funnel that ball on. Ref hasn't blown the whistle, it's still loose in there, back as far as the Rockwell defence though, and a loose ball is mopped up in there by Aidan Barron, and away come Rockwell back up the field again, up to Fahey now as he funnels it on all the way up to Cleary. On again, it's still Rockwell now, up to Owen Byrne. Owen Byrne tearing through the middle, he's got pace and power, he's coming all the way in, kicks this in and just goes high, but the goalie got there just in time. David Power reached highest, brought that ball down and saved the day for Grangemockler as they've worked that ball out to Ben Comerford here. A minor with tip and a very good player, has developed a lot in the last couple of years. Jack O'Hanlon now sends it in, but sends it in as far as Fahy, the centre back for Rockwell. Out now to Owen Shine. Owen Shine steadying play for the Rovers. Rovers working it out now as far as Aidan Barron. The captain kicks this one in. Nice ball for the corner forward. Bounces in front of TJ Ryan. Takes on his man. TJ Ryan swings with the right boot all the way over the bar. You can hear their supporters. They're pleased with that.
Absolutely a fine score from TJ Ryan. Just what Rockwell needed to start the second half. They had a couple of chances for points. They missed them. So it was important that they got that one when it presented itself.
Quick one taken there, and in comes TJ Ryan and dispossesses the Grangemockler defence in there, but they've won that ball back, and it is going to be a free. Jack O'Hanlon works it out the far side of the field now over at the hospital side. This ball back into the middle of the field. It's Grangemockler just with a bit of vision there to see Leon Kennedy with time and room in front of him. Leon Kennedy coming through the middle now, holds onto that ball. Toe to hand, bounces it, and off he goes. Let's fly with that one in to the D, in as far as John Lyons. Back out now, still John Lyons now in possession, takes on 3 Rockwell lads and does well to hold on to the ball, but there's 5 of them around him and they've dispossessed him. That's some turnover.
That's a brilliant turnover there. Rockwell used all their experience to gather around the number 11 John Lyons, force him to concede possession.
And away they come now on the attack here. Byrne has it. Byrne lays off the ball to a teammate here, and a loose one sent in around the house, and the ball just hopping in there. No one going to claim it at the moment. Grangemockler come though, and they've got players there and gather that ball and try and funnel it back out. And really Rockwell had the turnover there, but it is the cornerback Brett who comes away with this out to James Daly. James Daly now funnels it into the middle, and away they go over the far side of the field. Out to Deneen. Deneen now takes on his marker and off he goes by him. It's Deneen still going strong here. Bounces toe to hand. Here he goes. Has a couple of runners. Lays it back out to Colin O'Shea. Long range effort coming in from O'Shea. All the way in, but it tails out and wide.
A disappointing miss there from Grangemockler. But Mark O'Mara, I think, is having a fine game for Grangemockler. He launched that attack with a lovely ball into the forwards. Deneen got on it as well. But that was one they really should have put over.
1-7. To 6 points currently here in the second half in this one, and it is going to be a kick out here as the goalie just gets ready, sizing up his options here. Michael O'Donnell, long and high with this out at the hospital side. Ball bounces out there favourably for Kevin Cleary, gathers that ball, but in come Grangemockler and win that ball back, but again into the full back line, and Paul Halley comfortably deals with that and gives it back as far as his goalkeeper, and away they come out here with Alan Maloney looking for possession on the 21. Alan Maloney works that ball out now. It's still Rockwell holding on to it. Robert O'Donnell in the middle now into Fahy. Fahy out towards the 45, shakes off his marker and keeps going. Lays off that ball over the far side of the field. Kevin Cleary now. Kevin Cleary coming past the 65, moves that ball on again. It's in now to Aidan Barron. Aidan Barron holding it up now and played back. Steady play and composed play, but it's loose, this kick in the middle, and Grangemockler win that ball back, and out they go now as far as the 65. They've worked it out to the middle of the field. In now as far as Colin O'Shea. Colin O'Shea on the 65 holds onto it, thinking about a shot. Still O'Shea, and he's turned over. Another free out.
Yeah, disappointing ball. Colin O'Shea will be disappointed with himself there. He probably should have launched it in a lot sooner. He had a man inside calling for it, but ended up handing possession over.
Long ball kicked in now as far as Maloney. Maloney takes on his man. It's Maloney! Maloney for the Rovers. Roy of the Rovers, but it's now Maloney of the Rovers.
And no more than Alan Maloney deserved. I think he's had a superb game so far. He's been behind just about everything Rockwell creates so far in this match. He deserved the goal. It was a brilliant finish. He blasted it high into the roof of the net. Left Dave Power with no chance of stopping that. A well-deserved goal.
2-7 to 6 points. He was loose. He's dangerous to have in there, lurking in the full forward line. They've worked this ball out now to the half-back line. Grangemockler need a goal, and they need to come back strong here. Ref just holding play up here at the moment. He's going to dish out a couple of cards here. Going to talk to player in blue. I think it's the corner forward, Gavin Ryan, that he's going to speak to. That goal, we need to see a response from Grangemockler, or it could slip away now.
We need to see it soon as well. The gap has opened up to 7 points. If Grangemockler are not careful, this game could slip away from him. Now, I think Gavin Ryan there is after being shown a black card there from referee Philip Kelly. So that gives them a chance there. They're down to 14 men. That will give Grangemockler an impetus to try and get back into this game fairly quickly.
So it's going to be a free for Grangemockler when play resumes here, and it'll just take a minute for him to steady himself here, and this is taken now. It is Grangemockler in possession. They've worked it out here now, out as far as Leon Kennedy, and Kennedy just keeps going with that ball, plays a quick 1-2 there with Colin O'Shea on again, and back in the middle into Colin O'Shea. Colin O'Shea back now to Mark O'Mara. 3-4 them here. They need a score here to respond. 2-7 to 6 points currently. This ball kicked down, breaks favourably. Off they go here. Still Grangemockler coming on the attack and funneled back outside him now. Out to Deneen. Deneen back in the middle here. Still Grangemockler trying to work that ball into a scoring position. Colin O'Shea now. But Rockwell so steady, all behind the ball, funneling back, not letting them break the 45 line. Barron is up at defence here, but they've worked it in now as far as Mickey Lyons. Mickey Lyons back to James Daly. James Daly back out again to Joey Lyons. Back into the middle of the field. There's a shot coming in. It's Mark O'Mara. And Mark O'Mara responds with a badly needed point for Grangemockler.
Just what they needed to get him back into this game after that Rockwell Rovers goal. A fantastic score from Mark O'Mara. I said it already. He's been having a fine game from Grangemockler, and that was a lovely score to try and inspire him and get him back into this game.
2-7 to 7 points currently here now. The wind has picked up somewhat here. It's blowing out towards the corner flag to our left as we're looking at this game. That's down in the side that Rockwell are playing into here. And this kick goes in the direction of the wind here. Long one out the field. Up goes Byrne. Breaks that ball down in the middle of the field. And it is Patrick Halley who lays it off, but it's back as far as Fahy, the centre back now, as he just steadies the ship there. No one coming in to challenge. Works it to Halley. Back again. Back to Fahy here in the middle. Back again to Byrne now this time, and Byrne just content to hold on to that ball and just steady the ship, and they're in no position to give that ball away on their own half back line. It's Byrne up to the 65 now, sees a bit of space, off he goes up to the other 65, funnels it on another few yards on now to Kevin Cleary. Kevin Cleary over the far side to TJ Ryan. TJ Ryan over on the 21, back out to the 45, back to Byrne. Now this one kicked across the field and doesn't go in around the house, but launches into the D, and Barron gathers now. Barron holding this one up, turns one way and the other. Oh, a serious kick by Aidan Barron, the captain, showing the way for the Rovers.
Absolutely a fine score from the captain, Aidan Barron. I said it in the first half, high ball into the Grangemockler defence causes all sorts of trouble. That was great work from Owen Byrne initially, who was swapped with Alan Maloney. Maloney's gone in full forward, probably taking a break for the moment.
This one out the field. Grangemockler working it up now to the full forward here. Ben Comerford. Ben Comerford coming in now. Sent low in along the ground. And it's gathered in there in as far as Mickey Lyons. Mickey Lyons in there as well. And this one kicked in. But Rockwell, with so many players in there, were able to see off the danger. And they've worked it out towards the sideline. And out now to Kevin Cleary out there and back out further out the field. Still Rockwell trying to build, and they've won themselves a sideline kick over there, and that's as good as a free from where they're looking at it.
Yeah, a good save there from Michael O'Donnell in the Rockwell goals. That was a goal that the game needed and Grangemockler would have needed, but O'Donnell stood tall, made himself big, blocked the shot.
So 2-8 to 7 points. That's a 7 point lead here for Rockwell, the West Tip team leading the way here, and it is Maloney who has the ball. Maloney, who of course scored the last goal, funnels this ball on here, and they've worked it all the way up the field, but Grangemockler read the play and work it back out now, out to Ben Comerford. Comerford holds on to that ball, toe to hand, bounces it now, takes on his marker Kevin Cleary, goes by and lays it off. It's still Grangemockler. They've worked it into the full forward line now. Time and room here, shot coming in for the corner forward, and Mickey Lyons, steady pair of hands, got the ball, made an angle and slatted it nicely over the bar. 2-8-8.
A lovely score from Mickey Lyons, and Grangemockler needed that. It reduces the gap down to 6, keeps them in touch, and can keep it settle any nerves they may have. So
keeper just taking his time with this one here. Rockwell in no hurry at all now. 6 points clear in this game. They have no sense of anxiousness or urgency about them at all. They're quite content with the scoreline at the moment, and the keeper in no rush to take this one. Steadies up. Here we go, long out the field, looking for his midfielders. Barron is underneath this, just tips that ball. Byrne is there for the breaking ball, and Cleary comes in and takes it for Rockwell. Funneled back into the middle of the field now, back to Owen Shine. Owen Shine shakes off his marker. Owen Shine sends it in around the house into the 21. Corner forward has it in there. It's TJ Ryan. TJ Ryan back in the middle to Maloney. Maloney holds onto that ball, looking for a runner, and decides to have a go himself. Kicks it high. It's dropping in there, but just off target and out to the right of the goalie, and it has gone wide there. But they're quite content at the moment, 6 points clear.
They're using their experience at this stage. They know they're 2 goals up, and all they need to do is probably just not concede goals. So they're slowing the game down as much as they can. They're playing the ball around and working it into position. This is the experience that they have, which maybe Grangemockler don't have.
Grangemockler working this ball out the field here now, and just into the hands of John Lyons. Back on again, and back to Jack O'Hanlon. And now they've worked it out to the middle of the field. They need a goal, and they need a goal soon if they're to stay in this game. Hassey funneled this ball in now to Daly. Daly plays it back again, back out to the 45, back out to Dara Shelley. Dara Shelley back in now to John Lyons, and back to Hassey. Hassey on the 45. Patient play at the moment here, and still working this ball now over the far side of the field, and now as far as Manus, McFadden, and McFadden shakes off his marker, lays off this ball. It's Mikey, the corner forward, Lyons lays it back again. It's still Grangemockler here holding this ball up, and it's kicked all the way in, and this one tails out and wide, and that'll be disappointing with all the possession they had there.
Absolutely, and when they have the numerical advantage as well, they really need to be eating away at that scoreboard, and they've really failed to do so since the player was black carded. Gavin Ryan was black carded for Rockwell Rovers. They need to narrow that gap now while they have the chance. There's another 15 odd minutes to go. They need to start eating in on that score.
So 2-8 to 8 points here at the water break stage of the game. This is a critical time now. We need to see something from the underdogs really in this, that are 6 points down. They're going to have to come up with something.
And just looking at them walking over towards their dugout, they actually look very despondent. They look kind of like a beaten team at the moment, and there's no need for that. They should really get the heads up. It's up to management now in Grangemockler to lift their players. Compare that down to Rockwell Rovers. Rockwell Rovers are, while they're an older team, they're still on their feet, and they're still looking a lot confident. The body language is so different between the two sides.
So we're still waiting here. They're just getting some last minute drops into them there, and Stephen Quirk just talking down there to Rockwell Rovers. He's their manager, and they're coached by Padraig O'Connor. And over Grangemockler, of course, Paul Cahill is the manager, Willie Wallace there, and their coach is Richie Crow. But they're just still having a word and getting ready, and tactically we've seen some teams use this to change how they play, and maybe that's something that Grangemockler could do now.
Well, looking back at the hurling earlier on this year when Kilruan McDonoughs were playing Thurles Sarsfields, Thurles looked beaten at this stage, but they used this water break to tactically change their team around, and they blew Thurles away in the final quarter. Grangemockler are going to have to do something similar at this stage. Paul Cahill, their manager, he's going to have to find words of inspiration. He's going to have to find something tactical to change the game to get Grangemockler back into it. It is only 2 goals. They're a young side. They've been creating chances, and they're well capable of getting back into this game, but they do need a massive lift.
So we're still just waiting here, holding on for this one at the moment, and they're getting ready and out on the field again here. The final quarter in the county final. Where will the cup be? Will it be going west or south? We're about to find out in the next 16 minutes or so, and they're back out on the field here, and Grangemockler just taking up their positions, and Rockwell taking their time about things here. And Rockwell are in no hurry now. They're really in the driving seat. They
certainly are in the driving seat, and as I said there a few minutes ago, as long as they don't concede goals, they should see this game out. The last one is in 1987 when they beat Borris 7 points to 5. Their goalkeeper Michael O'Donnell, he's a nephew of the captain from that day, Jimmy O'Donnell. He'll be hoping to follow in his uncle's footsteps and win a county intermediate title. At the moment, things are looking good for Rockwell.
Good stuff, and O'Sullivan alongside me here, and we're ready to go here after the water break stage. It's 2-8 for Rockwell Rovers. It is Grangemockler 8 points currently here in the final quarter of this game here, and the ref getting ready to throw it in here, and we welcome the Tip FM listeners over here as well as the ref gets ready and tells the goalie to get going with this. Kicked out. Here we go. Ball sent over here and breaking in the middle of the field, and once again it is Grangemockler who come on the attack here. This ball fed in now as far as Daly. Sean Daly coming through the middle. He's got a gap at Sean Daly. Can he do something here? But Rockwell defence, so many back there, and they just funnel down the attack, and it is going to be a free in there. 7 or 8 Rockwell players in around the player, and that were attacking, and really that is what they needed.
Well, I said there a few minutes ago they needed something big and something quickly. They're getting their chance now. It's a penalty kick. The 6, 7, 8 players surrounded the full forward, forced him to drop the ball, but they fouled him in the process. Now, referee Philip Kelly is going to consult his umpires. I think they've agreed it's a free in, I think he's given. To me, it looked like a penalty. I thought it was in the penalty box.
Yeah, he signalled for a free in, so 2-8 to 8 points. Rockwell leading here as they get ready to see what they can do with this one. They need a goal, but judging by the body language, I think John Lyons is going to just take his point here as he gets ready to kick this one here, and the ref just telling the other players to move back out of the way. Still 2-8 to 8 points here. Will he go for a goal or a point here? Kicks this one and is content with his point. It's John Lyons who makes it a 5-point game here. That's 9 now for Grangemockler. 2-8 for Rockwell. We welcome Tip FM listeners. This game brought to you by Borstal Gate Dental Practice, Emmett Street in Clonmel, for all the dental needs in South Tip. That's for Tip FM listeners, and we're live on the Tipperary GAA stream here in Clonmel. The Wind with Rockwell here in the final quarter here. 2-8 to 9 points. Long kick out the field. It's won by Barron, the captain for the Rovers. Feeds this ball into the middle of the field, and it's just fisted away there back to Grangemockler, and it is Kennedy who funnels it out, and they've worked it out now to Mark O'Mara. Mark O'Mara into the middle. Away come Grangemockler now. It's Manus McFadden. Manus McFadden moves that ball on. They're still coming on the attack here. Out to Thomas Deneen. Over now to John Lyons. John Lyons! Oh! John Lyons had the ball, and the goal was there for a split second, but the ball went away from the goal.
It was a great chance for John Lyons, and great build-up from Grangemockler to it. You can hear their supporters are getting behind their team. They feel this game is still there to be won.
2-8 to 9 points. 1 goal chance. Will they get another? They're going to need another goal here. If they're going to come back, they're going to need that goal here. Rockwell with both goals in this game so far, and it is going to be a kick out here, but Rockwell again in no hurry. They're quite content at the moment. They're 5 points clear in the county final, and they're playing with a breeze at their backs at the moment here, so it is up to the underdog to come and attack this game, and Rockwell taking their time, steady as you go here from Michael O'Donnell, the goalkeeper here, gets ready, kicks this one high and long, same direction as the last few, over towards Barron out there, and Owen Byrne in to challenge as well, and the ball goes out off a white and green, and it is going to be sideline for the Blues and for the Rovers, and it's about to be taken fast. Now kicked into the middle of the field. Maloney coming to collect. Alan Maloney steady as you go in the middle of the field. Half blocked there as this ball just breaks free, but it breaks nicely for Owen Sheedy. Funneled in now as far as Ryan, the corner forward. Off he goes. TJ Ryan now in possession. Challenged out there by Ben Comerford. Still holds on to that ball. Still going through, and he just falls through and holds on to the ball, and Grangemockler come in big numbers, and Ben Comerford does well to win that ball back out now as far as James Daly, out to the 45. They need a goal. They need it soon in this game to stay alive. It's 2-8 to 9 points. Grangemockler coming on the attack now, working it down into a scoreable position here, but final pass just lets him down, and Maloney comes away with it. Maloney out to Patrick Halley. Patrick Halley is challenged hard, and it is going to be a free out for Rockwell and for Patrick Halley, and again they're just able to get the scores that bit easier, and every time Grangemockler attack, you know, there's so many Rockwell players there, it breaks down.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 Rockwell players funneling back before Grangemockler delivering the ball. And then what Rockwell are doing, they're very clever. They're slowing things down as much as we can. We see the last ball that went wide after the goal chance. It took him about 2 minutes to get a ball into the goalkeeper to kick it out for the resultant free. And now we've a Rockwell player down. I don't know how seriously injured he is, but he's going to stay down as long as he can and try and waste as much time as possible and kill the Grangemockler momentum that they've built up over the last few minutes.
Yeah, just taking a minute out there in the middle of the field, and he's up and moving about. It looks like Patrick Halley that was on the deck, and Now bother on him again. He's ready to go here, and the Rockwell supporters getting vocal here. We're in to the last while in this game. 24 gone in the second half. 6 minutes from what they feel is their destiny to be back playing senior football. John Halley, their chair, I was talking to him at the press event last week. He said they need to be playing senior football. Well, now they need to see out this 6 minutes to do so. Byrne sends it into the corner now. Straight in. Gathered inside there. TJ Ryan. Back again to Maloney. Maloney just keeps that ball going. Rockwell on the attack once more. Maloney into the corner with this one. Sent in there. And Owen Shine gathers. Owen Shine coming through now. Ball funneled back out now as far as Gavin Ryan. Gavin Ryan holding it up there. Goes one way, then goes the other. Back out to Maloney. Maloney on the 45. Back into the middle of the field. Out to Owen Byrne. And Owen Byrne has a go at this and doesn't go the angle he wanted it to. It tails out to the left and wide. So a chance for David Power to kick-start it here. And
I don't think Owen Byrne will be too upset over that ball going wide. It just winds down the clock. It's probably, the kick out still hasn't been taken. There's probably another 30 seconds gone off the time. This is all suiting Rockwell. The longer they can delay the game, they can slow it down, the more it's going to suit them.
2-8 to 9 points here. Goalie getting ready. It's David Power in the goals, looking around him now to see where he's going to go with this one. And just a change being made. Ben Comerford is off the field for Grangemockler, and this one kicked out here. Won again by Rockwell, and Maloney has it. Feeds this ball on now to TJ Ryan, coming through the middle. TJ Ryan, and he's dragged down to the deck just outside the penalty area, and could very easily have been a penalty, but great vision from Maloney to spot the free player inside.
He used all his experience, Sir Alan Maloney. He's been around the block a long time at this stage. I can remember when we played Armagh 2017 up in the Athletics ground. Tipperary were not playing well. Liam Kearns introduced him. Alan Maloney kick-started Tipperary's revival. Eventually led to Michael Quinlivan getting a goal 6 minutes from time, or 6 seconds from time, which saw Tipperary promoted to Division 2. Maloney used all his experience there to play that ball in and create the free chance. He's after kicking the ball over the bar there now as well. He's having a fine game.
Slotted in and over the bar. Good score there from Maloney, and it is 2-9 against 9 points at the moment here as the clock counts down here. It is now 26 gone in the second half, so 3 to go. Kick out is one again, and it is all Rockwell at the moment. Owen Shine this time funnels this ball on again. They're working it in there now. Over to Byrne, back again to Shine. Shine comes through, kicks it in, out to the right, and it was heading wide, but the goalie came out and gathered it now. Works it up now as far as Shelley. Shelley out the field here. They've worked it on. They're trying to keep going over here with it straight up towards the 65 into the middle of the field, and it's taken quickly now. Connor Hahasey has it, sends it into the 45, straight in here. Still Grangemockler in possession, but trying to work some magic here, and it is the sub in, the Fogarty, that moves that ball on again, but they have it on here now to Manus McFadden. This ball still in white and green possession, in towards the 21. Can they get a goal? They need it quickly here. Mickey Lyons funnels this ball back outside, and the shot comes in here, and this one tails out and wide, and I think it was Mark O'Mara with that effort.
Mark O'Mara had the shot. It was a point they desperately needed. I think again he rushed the shot a bit. Had he taken the extra half second just to compose himself, he probably would have put it over. Just again a rushed effort. They're beginning to panic now. Time is running out. They need the scores, and they're rushing themselves a bit much.
2-9 to 9 points here in the last couple of minutes of action here. 28 gone in the second half here in this game, so 2 of normal time remain, and whatever is added on then as well. Goalie with this one sends it long back up the field from Michael O'Donnell. Ball batted down in the middle, and again Grangemockler win this ball. They're trying to come on the attack, and they've got a free in. Will they drop it in around the house? It's under 45 at the moment. 2-9 playing 9 points. Couple of minutes left. They need a bit of magic. Now is the time if they're going to show it. Leon Kennedy in possession here, in now as far as Joey Lyons. Joey Lyons holds on to that ball, trying to create some bit of magic here. Sean Daly now funneled in. Rockwell with big numbers back, and they're not letting him through past the 21 as this ball is played on again here to Manus McFadden. Manus McFadden still going now, holding that ball. He plays it in along again, and they've come back out to the 45, and still Rockwell holding firm there and not letting them go anywhere with this attack at all. 2-9 playing 9 points. They've got the ball now as far as Jack O'Hanlon. moves it on again and back again as they keep that ball. Mark O'Mara this time. Mark O'Mara now a long range one coming all the way in here, and this one is out and wide, and for me that's been the difference between the teams. Rockwell just more clinical.
Absolutely, and I'm just looking out the field here. Rockwell have only one player outside the 35-yard line. He's up in the full forward. Everybody else is inside their own 35-yard line. They're making it very hard for Grangemockler, and eventually, I think it was O'Mara who took the shot there. He was rushed into taking the shot. They're not giving him a second to look up, to settle. They're putting him under serious pressure.
So ready to go again here. 2-9 to 9 points. Last couple of minutes of action here as we approach the 38-minute mark in the second half here. The ref just having a word in there with the goalkeeper, and it's not like, Grangemockler didn't have a lot of attacks, because they had a good few attacks.
They had loads of attacks throughout this game. I just think it was maybe the final pass or a bit of youthful inexperience probably cost them when they rushed efforts instead of just taking the extra chance, taking the extra half second.
Patrick Halley sends it in around the house here. Dangerous ball. Ryan has it. TJ Ryan comes in, and TJ Ryan with the insurance point here. That one puts them 7 clear, and we're in time added on here. Rockwell are going to be the county champions very soon.
Yeah, that was the insurance point there from TJ Ryan, which puts 7 between them. They last won it, or their only intermediate title, which is hard to believe, was in 1987. It looks like 2020 is going to be their second one. The year they're going to add a second title and go back up senior. A club like Rockwell Rovers, they need to be senior. They're one of the traditional clubs in Tip. It's great to see them going back up.
So this ball worked out the field. Grangemockler and the attack here into the 45, played into the danger area, and again it's Maloney there in the middle. Maloney supreme here today, along with Owen Byrne and the two Ryans, and it's one of them now. It's TJ in possession. TJ funnels this ball in, 1-on-1. It's Byrne coming through. Byrne against the goalkeeper, and he sent it out and wide. He thought about going around the goal. He thought whether he'd lob the goalie or not, and still was in the right place for the challenge.
Penalty! He's given a penalty. Yeah, I thought the goalkeeper Dave Power made a great save, but the referee Philip Kelly adjudged that he pulled down Owen Byrne. He's given a penalty to Rockwell Rovers. Alan Maloney is strutting forward. Looks like he's going to take it. But this will put 10 points between them if they go for the goal.
So 2-10 against 9 currently here, as Maloney sizes it up here, and Maloney with a seriously powerful boot of the ball, and when he connects, the net could shake with this one, or the goalie will know all about it, but it's usually on target when he kicks these ones. So it is Alan Maloney sizing it up here, up against David Power in the goals. David Power bouncing on the line, getting ready here. It's Maloney, and a brilliant save by the goalie. He got down low, down to his right, and just deflected the ball out for a 45. So probably a chance here for Byrne or Maloney to slot over a 45, but a good save.
A good save from David Power. It was actually a great penalty. Maloney hit it low and hard into the bottom corner. Dave Power got down low, made a brilliant one-handed save to knock it out for a 45.
So 2-10 to 9. We're in time added on. It's Maloney. Quick one here. Kicks out as far as Barron. Barron, time and room, still on the 45 and just holding that ball up now at the moment, and plays it on again. And it is Rockwell in possession. They're very soon about to be crowned county champions as they work this ball up past the 65. 2-10 to 9 points here. The stronger team, as Maloney in possession is fouled out there, and Maloney has a chance to take this one. Kicks it in around the house now. Couple of corner forwards coming looking for it here. One of them is TJ Ryan. Gathers this ball, works it back into the middle, into a scoreable position. Cleary has it. Here he opts to play to the free man out near the sideline, out to Aidan Barron. Aidan Barron, the captain. Off he goes on the 21. He's tearing, heading for the goal here. It's Barron coming through the middle. Kicks this one high and long, and it tails out to the left and wide, but it won't bother him at all. The time is against Grangemockler at the moment. It is 2-10 to 9 points, and it is Grangemockler that are sending on subs currently.
Yeah, we're 3.5 minutes overtime at this stage. Grangemockler are introducing a sub. It's not going to make any difference at this stage. The game is over. Rockwell Rovers are going to be crowned Tipperary Intermediate Football Champions for 2020.
And going off the field there is Colin O'Shea at the moment as this kick out goes out the field here, and it's won by Maloney here. Maloney just past the 45, and Maloney is fouled out there by Joey Lyons, and it is going to be another free in for Rockwell. Another chance for a late score here in this game. They're waiting for the final whistle here. Maloney takes this one fast in now as far as TJ Ryan. TJ Ryan turns, has a look at the goals, kicks it with the left all the way in. The wind catches it, takes it out to the right. Goalie just getting ready, has a ball at the ready, retrieves it fast, kicks it out quickly now, out to the corner back. Grangemockler who looking for a quick one here, but they're trying to funnel that ball out the field, out to Joey Lyons, up now towards the middle of the field, and away comes Mark O'Mara. Mark O'Mara in past the 45, still going strong, tackled in there by Paul Halley of Rockwell Rovers, but it is going to be a free in for Grangemockler, and it is right on the edge of the D. They're looking for a consolation score essentially though.
That's essentially it. Rockwell are very happy to let Grangemockler have the ball out around the 45. Once they cross the 35, they're fouling them, they're bringing them down. They're not going to let them get those late goals that they need.
Here we go, this one kicked in around the house now, ball just breaking in there, and again it's a blue jersey who comes away with it,
Liam
and
Lonergan.
out come Rockwell. It's Liam Lonergan who funnels it back in as far as Maloney, and Maloney kicks the ball as Rockwell Rovers are crowned intermediate champions. They have won it here, 2 goals and 10 points to 9 points, and really Rockwell have been supreme. They got a goal right at the start of this game and another one then later on, and that really was the difference. That early goal just gave them a cushion, and they kept that all the way and built on it.
Yeah, they led from the first minute when they got that early goal from their full forward Owen Byrne, and since then Grangemockler were chasing. They tried hard, but Rockwell used all their experience throughout this game to keep Grangemockler at arm's length. They couldn't narrow the gap, and it's a well-deserved win for Rockwell Rovers. And one man I'm particularly delighted for is Alan Maloney. A full-time whistle, he was the one with possession of the ball as Philip Kelly blew the full-time whistle. Alan Maloney's been a great servant to Tipperary football over the years. He deserves this win today. He deserved his goal there late in the game. A great servant, I'm thrilled for him, and it's great to see Rockwell Rovers going back up senior.
And they are indeed going to be senior in 2021. They are the intermediate football champions. 2-10 for Rockwell Rovers, 9 points for Grangemockler, and Grangemockler with a young team though, a lot of minors, and they come back strong soon.
I think they will. They won the County Minor A last year, which was a great achievement for their club, and I think that was their first time ever winning that on their own. They had won it twice before in a combination called Schlievemont with Moyle Rovers. Getting to the intermediate final with such a young team is going to be a great experience, which will stand to them going forward. They'll use the pain from today, they'll use the experience from today to try and win this title again in the near future. Looking at them there today, they're well able to play football. They play a fast, exciting brand. They love to attack deep and bring the ball out and kick long into the full forward line. I think today's game will stand to them going forward.
So it is a full time here in the county final. 2-10 for Rockwell Rovers. Grangemockler 9 points. Hope you enjoyed today's coverage from Enda O'Sullivan and myself, Stephen Gleeson. Hope to be back again soon with a match another time soon. From us here now, bye for now. So if you want to bear with us here for the next few minutes, we're going to hold on here for the presentation, and Rockwell out in the middle of the field and all their supporters all around. So it will be great joy, great celebrations. We'll have a few interviews here as soon as we can from the player of the match and also whoever else we can get, and we'll hope to have them over here on the stream in the next few minutes. So we'll bring you that as soon as we have it. So bear with us here with the images if you'd like to follow that.